Welcome guys, it's Amateyo and today we're having some Tokyo Revengers. We're gonna be diving into episode 5 and episode 5 was like
that
it actually did made some of us speechless. It made some of us cry and it made some of us go, "No God!" You know what? Let's just get into it. Before we get into the episode, let's just review what we know so far. So in the present, Naoto tells Takemichi that Toman has two leaders, Sano Manjiro and Kisaki Teta, and that if these two had never met, the current Tokyo Manji Gang would have never existed. So now Takemichi has to go 12 years in the past to prevent these two from ever meeting. Takemichi travels 12 years in the past, but he still has to deal with Kiyomizu Masataka. He ends up fighting Kiyomizu in order to save his friend Takuya.
I've got some ass kicking for you!
Although he knew that he would never win, he still went ahead with the fight, and boy did he get a whooping. He was getting beat so bad that Akun took a knife and was ready to stab Kiyomizu. But in the end, because of Takemichi's resolve, he changed his mind. Everything turned sideways when Kiyomizu requested a bat.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Luckily, it was at that time that Draken and Mikey came along. Takemichi then became friends with Mikey and of course Draken. It wasn't until the end of episode 3 that Takemichi met Kisaki, and at that time he couldn't recognize him as he was 12 years younger. And here we are at episode 4 to continue the story. So let's dive right into it. Episode 4 starts on a train where there are 3 kids being way too loud. Everybody is bothered by this, but nobody says anything. That is until Hinata comes over to them and tells them,
"Shut up, bitch!"
I'm kidding. Hinata is very kind and loving. She politely told them to shut their pie hole, and she even made room for the elderly lady standing on the train. Now we see how kind and loving Hinata is. She's definitely wifey material and Takemichi definitely needs to save Hinata. Takemichi and Hinata just came from shopping and they're having a conversation about Takemichi's finals. After which, Hinata decides to help Takemichi with his studying. Takemichi is excited because he has never been in a girl's room before.
Bruh!
Suddenly, Hinata's mother comes into the room, which makes Hinata very uncomfortable. Hinata then tells Takemichi, "Thanks for looking after my brother." She then reveals that her father is a police, and all of a sudden, Naoto wants to become a police just like his father. She continues to tell Takemichi that he is a lot nicer and he seems a lot more mature. Little does she know that she's dealing with somebody who is 12 years older than her. Suddenly, she remembers that today has a fireworks show and the two of them goes up to the roof in order to see it. Takemichi then thinks to himself that this is very fun and that he wished that he could stay in this time forever and that he doesn't want to go back to the future. He then thinks to himself that it wouldn't hurt to hold her hands. Without looking, he holds her hands, but as it turns out, he holds Naoto's hands, which means that the time travel has been activated and now he goes back into the future. Well, the present. It is then that Naoto confirms that time travel does work and the trigger is the handshake. Naoto gets angry when he finds out that Takemichi shook his hands by accident. Naoto then explains to Takemichi how time travel works. When he goes into the past, it is the same date as the present, and when he goes back into the future, it is the same date as the past. Now, the mission for this time travel was to prevent Sano and Kisaki from ever meeting. When Naoto asks about it, Takemichi states that although Mikey is a delinquent, he is a really good guy. Naoto then asks, "Why didn't you kill him?"
Bruh!
And that Mikey is involved in various crimes and now the police can't even handle him. The Mikey from before and the Mikey now are two different Mikeys, which means that somewhere along the line, Mikey changed. Takemichi then states that he wants to talk to Mikey, that Mikey is someone that he can trust and if he could just talk to him, then he could figure something out. He's decided that before he goes to the past again, he has to talk to Mikey. Now while going through some documents, Naoto finds a profile of Sendo who is part of Tonman's upper echelon. Takemichi then recognizes him as Akun, but Naoto finds something very wrong, that when Akun was 16, he got arrested for stabbing Kiyomizu. And after his release, he was nothing more than a no-name. Hey guys, I would really appreciate it if you could just drop a comment and just let me know what you think of the content. And if you have time, a like and a subscription would really help me out in my dream of having 100 subscribers. Thank you. Now, this obviously never actually happened. Takemichi recalls that Akun was thinking of stabbing Kiyomizu, but it didn't happen because the past changed. And since he never stabbed Kiyomizu, he never got arrested. Also, since Takemichi was friends with Mikey, Akun became part of Toman. So the plan is to get to Mikey, they first have to get to Sendo. Naoto and Takemichi then goes to Takemichi's apartment to receive the book with Sendo's phone number. And boy, the room has gotten worse since episode 1. I mean, this is crazy. It appears that Takemichi is also a collector of garbage. Naoto even has to run out of the apartment. That's how dirty it is. Finally, Takemichi gets the phone book with Akun's phone number. Takemichi calls, and as it turns out, Akun still has the same phone number. The two then sets up a meeting. Naoto and Takemichi then arrives to the location where they're supposed to meet Sendo. Sendo is now in charge of a hostess bar. He is now one of the higher ups at Toman. Naoto is a bit concerned, but Takemichi states that Akun is just Akun and they have nothing to fear. He has complete trust in Akun. So they enter the hostess bar and Takemichi is instantly introduced to some ladies. But of course, Takemichi came to have a meeting with Akun. So guys, leave a comment below stating which one of the ladies you would have picked. While waiting, Takemichi is nervous to meet Akun. You could tell because his hands is shaking while holding the drink. Suddenly, Akun appears behind Takemichi. And boy does he look different. Akun looks a lot older. He even appears to look like he's sick. You could tell by Takemichi's facial expression that this is not what he was expecting.
What the f is going on?
Akun and Takemichi then decides to go outside so that they can speak. Akun says that he's happy to see Takemichi after so long. They then start speaking about things that happened all the way back in high school. Takemichi then tells Akun that he must be living the life, that he's got expensive cars, expensive clothes, and sleeping with some fine ladies. Akun responds that you can't buy everything with money. Akun then lets Takemichi know that he knows that Naoto is a police and that he is Hinata's younger brother.
Oh crap.
It seems that the Tokyo Manji Gang has information about everyone. Then Akun dropped a bomb. Akun tells Takemichi that the one who pushed him on the train tracks was none other than Akun himself.
What did you just say?
He says that the train should have killed him, but somebody saved him. Tachibana Naoto. He states that when it happened, it looked like he knew that you were going to fall on the train tracks. This probably sounds insane, but you can go back in the past, can't you?
What the fuck?
Now, why would Akun say something like that? This definitely was not random, and it is very possible that the Manji Gang knows about time travel. He then tells Takemichi, didn't you ask Naoto from the past to help you?
Be how the f you know this?
How can that be random? All the while, Takemichi is here heartbroken that his own friend Akun tried to kill him. Of course, Takemichi denies time travel and asks Akun if he's crazy. Takemichi then tells him that there's no way that you would try to kill me. This has to be a lie.
Lies!
You are my friend. And of course he starts crying. Now, Akun did not state this directly, but it appears that Kisaki gave an order for Akun to kill Takemichi. He states that he is one of Kisaki's soldiers now. Everyone in Toman has to obey Kisaki. He also states that he haven't seen Mikey in years. Akun continues to say that he's scared and terrified of Kisaki. He then tells Takemichi something very important, that Mikey changed after Draken died. And of course, Takemichi is surprised by that. Akun says that Draken shouldn't have died, but he did. Well, we now know why Mikey changed. It's because of the death of Draken. I have a strong feeling that the death of Draken wasn't a coincidence either. This was something planned.
Coincidence? I think not!
Akun gets up on the ledge of the building and tells Takemichi that he always looked up to him, the way that he would be crying but holding his ground. Akun then says, is the one you want to go back into the past and save him? Again, Akun mentions time travel and states that he could go back in time to save Draken. Takemichi responds by telling Akun to get off the ledge. Akun then says, I'm rooting for you, Takemichi, please save everyone, and calls Takemichi our crybaby hero. Then suddenly, Akun jumps from the building, and just like that, the Akun from the present is gone. Now, although we know that Takemichi has the power to save Akun, It is very sad that things had to end up that way. And I don't know about you, but this was a very heartbreaking moment. Takemichi then tells Naoto that he wants him to find out about the day that Draken died, and that the one who turned Toman evil is Kisaki. He then tells Naoto that he wants to save all of them, Draken, Akun, Hinata, all of his friends. This only means one thing. The show is going to get way more complicated from this point on. Now, what happened to Akun is just very sad. It just goes to show how evil Kisaki is. The guilt of attempting to kill his own friend got to him. Though it appears that Kisaki was right there listening to the conversation between Takemichi and Akun. Akun was very much convinced that time travel exists, which means that the Manji Gang also knows about time travel. That means that Takemichi is in a lot of danger. Why else, after years of not being associated with the Manji Gang in any way, did they attempt to kill him? No, I don't read the manga, but I have a feeling that this anime is about to get crazy. Thank you guys for reaching all the way in the end. I really appreciate it. And while you're here, why not subscribe, turn on the notification bell, also drop a like and comment about the content. Really appreciate it. Thank you.